Paradise Lost stands as one of the most awe-inspiring monuments in the landscape of English literature, a poem not merely read, but experienced, felt, and remembered like a sacred echo. John Milton's epic is a universe unto itself, where language becomes divine, thought soars beyond the mortal, and the human struggle for faith, freedom, and redemption is painted upon the vast canvas of eternity. It is a work of grandeur that seems less written by a man than breathed by a spirit, the voice of a poet who, though blind to the light of the world, saw deeper into the light of the soul than any who came before or after him. At its heart, Paradise Lost tells the story of the fall of man, the rebellion of Satan, the innocence of Adam and Eve, the temptation, and the loss of Eden. Yet Milton's genius lies not in the tale itself, but in the way he transforms this ancient story into a cosmic symphony of thought and emotion. His vision reaches from the blazing depths of hell to the radiance of heaven, from the first breath of creation to the trembling heart of man. He does not merely narrate events, he summons them. His words carry the pulse of thunder, the silence of stars, and the ache of lost perfection. The tone of the poem is majestic, solemn, and deeply reverent, yet touched with human sorrow. It is a song both of defiance and of devotion. Milton's Satan, magnificent in his fall, burns with tragic pride, a figure who fascinates as much as he terrifies. His voice, bold and mournful, rings with the beauty of a ruined angel, better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. In that one line lies all the fire of rebellion, the glory of courage, and the doom of pride. But Milton, with divine insight, allows the grandeur of Satan's rhetoric to reveal its own emptiness, a mirror of humanity's restless longing for power, even at the cost of grace. In contrast, the tenderness between Adam and Eve, their purity, and their heartbreak after the fall, are drawn with such delicate mastery that the reader feels both their innocence and their loss. When they leave Eden hand in hand, with wandering steps and slow, it is perhaps the most beautiful moment in all of English poetry, a quiet acceptance of mortality, love surviving even after paradise is gone. It is not despair that Milton leaves us with, but the hope that redemption is born of loss, that light will rise again even after the darkest fall. The language of Paradise Lost is unlike anything else in literature, vast, rolling, and resonant with the rhythms of eternity. Milton wields blank verse with such command that it ceases to feel like human speech, it becomes something larger, something elemental. His sentences, with their grand architecture of thought and sound, sweep the reader along like a mighty tide. There are passages where every line seems carved from lightning, phrases that lift the soul and shake the mind awake. His diction is rich with classical echoes, biblical majesty, and the unearthly clarity of genius. To read Milton is to feel the English language at its most powerful, its most exalted, not as mere words, but as music that seems to echo from heaven itself. And what gives the poem its enduring soul is Milton's unshakable moral and spiritual vision. Behind every line stands a mind illuminated by conviction, that obedience is not weakness, that freedom must live within the bounds of conscience, that even in sin there lies the possibility of grace. His epic is not only about angels and Eden, it is about the human condition, our endless striving between pride and humility, reason and passion, loss and hope. When we close Paradise Lost, there is a silence that feels holy. We have walked through heaven's radiance and hell's fire, through despair and forgiveness, and we come away changed, humbled by its beauty, strengthened by its truth. Milton's blind eyes saw what few ever see, the grandeur of creation and the tragedy of its fall, the majesty of God and the frailty of man. More than a poem, Paradise Lost is an act of faith, a cathedral built of language, echoing forever with the music of a soul that refused to surrender its vision. It is a reminder that even when light is lost to the eyes, it can still blaze within the heart.